Hello friends, good morning to all. Today I am going to present the paper entitled as Human and Non-Human as Counterparts to One Another in Girish Karnad's Nag Mandala. I am Dr. Sunil Ganpat Baviskar, working in a Srimati Narmadabai Nago Chaudhary Arts, Commerce and Science College, Kusumba, Taluka at Dish Dhule. The abstract of my paper is: it is undoubtedly true that human beings have immaterial power which animals do not have. Human beings are gifted with speaking tongue and reasoning power, by which they always prove themselves superior to all animals on the surface of the earth. But in tales and stories, one finds animals as human counterparts. George Orwell's Animal Farm is the best example of it. In his fourth play, Nagmandala, Girish Karnad presents some animals and inanimate objects such as cobra as snake man, Yakshini as snake woman, the story, the flames as an inanimate objects. To the contrary, there are human characters which are emotionless, senseless, and rigid like non-human beings and objects. Friends, the playwright Girish Karnad, as usual, borrows the story from play, uh, from famous Kannada folk tales. One, the story is of Kapanna and Rani as main plot, and the second story is the story of Kurudwa and her son Kapanna as subplot. Friends, let us first we see the very non non-humans as humans, because uh, in this play the very non-human characters are presented as humans. The first one is Naga. Though he is an animal, he is a true, reasonable, brave, and a cunning, strong willed lover. He has all human qualities of a young lover should have. After eating the magical curry poured by Rani in Ant Hill, Naga falls in love with Rani. He disguises as Apanna, proves himself a strong-willed true lover. He, by taking risk of his life, fights with the street dogs and mongoose to reach to his human beloved Rani. He has a reasoning power. He forbids Rani for asking the questions regarding his coming and going at the time of nights. He is also a cunning lover. He requests Rani for not disclosing the secret of her pregnancy to anybody. He is a loyal and honest. He keeps his words when Rani undertakes snake ordeal. He is a good and sacrificing lover. He, when sees happy married life of Rani with her husband, he first of all drops the idea of killing her, but again proves as a true lover. He ends his life in her long terraces. In this context, Rajendra Paul, the critic, rightly talks about him. It is a play where a cobra plays the lover and proves to be better behaved than his human counterparts, who is as intensive as a husband as we read about in the bad tales. The another character is Akshini, the snake woman. The playwright Karna does not give much place and importance to subplot. Kurudwa's son Kapanna becomes haunted by a snake woman, Yakshini, and leaves his mother forever. Kapanna, though blind, but rightly senses that she might be a snake woman. She says, a temptress from beyond, a yaksh woman, perhaps a snake woman, not a human being. The love story of Kapanna and Akshini runs parallel to the love story of Rani and Naga. The third character, as a human being, it is the story. Girish Karnad uses dramatic devices but with different way. He uses story as a narrator, means as a human being, and that story tells all the story in the play. As a good narrator, the story appears when its presence is essential in order to develop the action of the play. Jai Singh Dodia puts in this context: in Nagmandala, the human and non-human words enter into one another's lives to reveal the playwright's vision of reality. The fourth character is the flames. The playwright Karnad also uses a mythical belief that the flames, after being put up by their masters in the house at the time of night, they come in temple by taking a shape of females, do gossiping about their masters and mistresses. Karnad himself talks about beliefs. Man, I had heard that when lamps are put out in the village, the flames gather in some remote place and spend the night together. Now, there are human characters, but they behave like as non-humans. And there are two characters, Apanna and Kapanna. Apanna marries Rani, but he has no love for her. He has already kept a woman. He comes to her only for having bath and lunch. He every day locks her in a house. He does not have a loving heart to understand her feelings and love for him. Whenever she tries to ask him, he makes silent by saying, "Look, I don't like idle character. Do as you are told. You understand?" He treats her just a piece of furniture of the house. In fact, he is immoral, but expects morality from wife. When his wife Rani gives the news of her pregnancy, that he becomes very angry and wants to kill her. That time we find Apanna as a true representative of patriarchy. In anger, he goes to villagers and demands justice. But this heartless person forgets that he himself did injustice to her. In short, though he seems to be human, but he belongs to non-human world. The second character, Kapanna. Kapanna is the son of a blind woman, Kurdwa. In fact, it is his responsibility to take care of his mother. He forgets how his blind mother brought him, and when he becomes young, just forgets his mother and goes after Yakshini to gratify his sexual desires. The playwright Karnad has not given much place to him in the play, but we get the idea that Kapanna is merciless towards his mother and joins the group of non-human world. The words of his mother rings in our mind when she says, "I must go, look for my son, can't waste time like this." Kapanna, son, it is your mother, don't torment me now, child. Conclusion. The playwright Girish Karnar intervenes two folk tales in this play, Nagmandala. As demon of the story, he has to paint supernatural characters with all colors. But while painting the characters, he very beautifully painted human traits in non-human characters like Naga, Yakshini, story, the flames. But at the same time, he gives non-human traits to human characters such as Apanna and Kapanna. In this way, human and non-human characters becomes counterparts to one another. There is a list of works cited. Thanks.